Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. I'm taking a mow in the grass, but I was having a problem with the CF Express card on a Z6III. It's a Type B. I had a third-party SD card, CF Express Type B card that was sold by my local camera store, and I put it on my Z6III, and it froze when I did like any video recording at I think from 4K 30 on up, all right? And I was finding out that after I did a lot of tests, if it was stationary, it would be fine. If it was panning, or if I moved it a little bit, then what would happen was the camera would freeze up and I couldn't turn it off. It would just stay there. I had to pop the battery out. So Raymond Parker mentioned that after I mentioned that, and then an Australian wedding photographer mentioned this to me. And a fourth individual a couple of weeks ago also said the same problem with this Z6III. So Nikon did put a firmware update, but they did stress when I complained about this situation is that you have to get the SanDisk or one of the ones that they've tested, and it would work fine with the camera. I did get the firmware update. The camera still froze now and then, but then I got me a SanDisk, which was a 512 gigabyte, which I'll show you right now. Extreme Pro, it's what they recommend. Now, I'm going to do two tests with this camera. One is 6K 60 to the SD card, and then I'm going to do a 6K 60 to the CF Express card. So I'm going to turn it on. First, I'm going to set the menu. So H.265, 6K 60, okay, 10-bit. And then this should be writing to the SD card, okay? First test, SD card. So let's see if it freezes up. If it freezes on the SD card, then that tells me if it's the SD card, CF Express Type B card combo, there might be a problem with this type of camera. I've owned two, and they happen on both of the cameras. And then the three other individuals that I know of had that problem too. So I'm going to turn it on. And I got the 28 millimeter f2.8, 6K 60. And what I usually do is leave it on for 10 minutes to see how it does, okay? So I'm going to walk around, and then I'm going to I had to get that prop thing. So, and then I'm going to walk around to see, just by normal walking, taking some photos and stuff, and I'll get back with you if it was good or not. Now, if it freezes, I'll turn this recording back on and show you the results. If nothing happens after 10 minutes with this SD card, then what I'll do is put it on a CF Express Type B card, and we'll see if the same thing happens. Just by walking around, talking, doing what I usually do, vlogging, and we'll see what happens. Okay, folks, I got two videos. One is the SD card on the left. One is the CF Express Type B card. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I've muted both sounds. I am just going to play when I turn record, and then you're going to see me going toward the, looking at the airplane, okay? And then I'm going to speed it up. That way you don't see the full 10 minutes of me. You don't want to hear me ranting or complaining or, but you see, look at that. 6K 60 to the SD card, no problem. All right, now I'm going to speed up. I might do it a little bit more. Okay. So I'm talking. I do have the stabilization on. Doesn't look like it, but yeah. Beautiful day out there. It's getting warm. And there's the airplane. So you see, even if I walk slowly, if I do this, okay, it looks smooth, all right? I don't see any stuttering writing to the SD card. This is a UHS to V90, 512 gigabyte SD card, and it's a ProMaster, third party, which my camera store, the Camera Exchange Incorporated, sells. So you can see me shaking a little bit. You know, I'm walking. I do not have it on a tripod or a gimbal. I'm just holding the camera. And I'm not vlogging, looking at the camera. I am just walking as best I can. So you see no wobbly effects from the 28 millimeter like you would on a Canon. And the picture quality is excellent, 6K 60. And it's not cropped. And I'm looking at a nail or a snail. When it rains, they go for higher ground, get away from the wet, but I'm going to put them back in the grass so I don't run them over and smash them, you know, with the vehicle. But as you can see, I'll just speed this up to finish it to about the last minute. All right, now I'm going to turn on, I'm going to play it, but I'm going to turn on the sound. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. This part of the video is done. I'm going to cool it off and then I'll write to the CF Express card. Okay, so still writing, and let me turn it around. Still writing to the SD card. I'm going to turn it off. I just want to make sure it's working. Yeah, turn it off. Okay, so that video is done. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so still writing, and let me turn it around. Still writing to the SD card. I'm going to turn it off. I just want to make sure it's working. Yeah, turn it off. And then I'm going to go to the menu and then right up to the CF Express card. And you can see CX. Okay? I'm going to turn it on, let it cool for 5 minutes, because I don't want any overheating issues, whatever. It's not warm. I mean, it's warm, but it's not hot. And I only recorded for 10 minutes at 6K 60. I found that when I had the, when I wrote to the CF Express card on the Z6III, it overheated. So I would just record to the SD card, and that solved a lot of problems. The Z6III always overheated, okay? And I live in around the San Antonio, Texas area, so it gets pretty warm. I've had no overheat issues on this or the ZF, okay? Now with the Z8, I used to own the Z9, and I did have some issues with the Z5, but the Z5 was good. The Z6II was good, but I don't own those either. So I just have X-Speed 7 cameras, except for the Z9, and I do have the Z52. Okay? So the only X-Speed 6 card or camera I have is the ZF. No, I take that back. CFC, which is an APS-C DX camera. So let this cool. I'll come back, turn on the video, and then we'll see. What I'll do is I'll play like the last minute of the 10 minutes on each, and then if it freezes, then I'll let you know, and I'll show you what the symptoms are. I only had it freezing to the CF Express Type B card. Okay? So I'll see you in a little bit.